Okay. So, welcome back. I think I need to go over again for the sake of the late recording. Now, this session this night, we are going to be handling a few things. One is I'm going to onboard you on how you're supposed to go about your grouping, okay, for the project that you're going to be doing for data analysis slash analytics. Then secondly, I would want to receive questions from what you've been doing. You have questions you want me to treat, so I can attend to one or two questions in this section. So starting from the first, which is onboarding on how the group is going to run. Okay, so we have a set of group. I defined some category here. If you check the form link I shared a form link in the description, and every other person should go ahead and fill the form. Now, you'll see SME category, oil and gas, budget, inventory, and social media. Now, these are connected to different groups, okay? Based on whatever category you're selecting here, you'll be directed to the group that you'll be working with, okay? So now, here is the thing. You are not alone in this. You are to work as a team. Okay, we have over 105 members. Okay, and all of you are to work as a team for the individual groups. All right, so each group should be having around 30 members. Okay, so and um, I was going to say something. Yes, if you want to do any further um, analysis or um, fine tune your own work, even though it's your group work, but you want to like do further stuff, you are free to do that. Okay, so but then um, I need you all to work as a team to ensure that the final work you'll be submitting as a group is okay, right? Is okay and excellent. Okay, so from your dashboard, your analysis, and your reports. Okay, so you are meant to write a report. In the last class, I showed um, a sample report, yes, from one of my students. So now that is how I expected to do that. You can use, I feel like I'm rushing. Okay, let me get it down. You can use platforms like Google Doc, okay, because it involves collaboration. Okay, so you can integrate every member in the group or the persons you want to focus on the reports analysis. All right. So it's left for you in your group to make any other subdivision as the case may be. Understood? Yes. So now let's say you have a section or a number of persons in your group assigned to report handling. Okay. Now um those set of persons can collaborate with Google Doc or any shared document format. There is OneDrive, there is so many 365, there is Google Doc. But Google Doc is okay and simple. Okay. So now the thing is this, you can divide sections. Okay, mark sections. This person handle the introduction, this person handle from here to here, and every other person would just follow suit. Understood? Um, that will work for you for the reports analysis. Then for you can also further define what you the persons and contributions. Everybody is open. That's why you're working as a team. All right. So at the end, you are giving or submitting your PBX file, PBIX file, and your um, report document. Okay. So I think I don't know if you want me to show the sample of what you should submit again, you can tell me in the comment section. Yes, because I know I showed you people in the last class, but so moving on now. Okay, let me give a bit of tip on how to go about your group. your group projects. Okay. Yes, once you get the data sets, okay. Okay, so once I'm seeing you on it pro. So once you get the data sets, the first thing is to define um the problem statement. Okay, define the problem statement, know what you are achieving. Then you can map out. Okay, yes, I will show you that. You can map out interesting, or how do we put it? How do you say it again in data analysis? You can map out intrinsic questions, or um what's it called? Questions that your analysis should answer. Possible questions
Please,
your
could you
analysis should answer. Ngozi, I didn't hear what you said, but you can use the comment box. So you can map out, first of all, questions that your analysis should answer. Now, when we started with that SME report analysis, the sales analysis, the one I used for this project, this class, I tend to cough out some questions, and I'll be like, okay, when you look at this data set, we have this, we have that. I know there was a section or a day I did that, something like that. So you look at your data sets, look at the data you have. Um, from there, you'll be able to know questions that you should answer. For example, we saw from our SME this data set, we have we had customer um, table. We have orders table, which included uh, customers and their order record. All right, we have product table, we had revenue table, and all, which led us to ask questions like, what is the total revenue generated within a month? Okay, and we sought for it, we solved the problem. All right, questions like um, you can ask questions from that data set. I'm just bringing up sample questions. You can ask questions like, which region is your customers based on more? Okay, yes, and so on. So you can get a bit of things and use it for your analysis. Okay, so if you know the questions your data set should be answering, you work towards that. Okay, and in line with your problem statement. Okay, so it's from the questions you will define the problem statement, right? Yes. Then yes, at the end of what I'm about to say now, I will show the sample. i'm seeing your I'm seeing your response in the comment box. Okay, so then that is one. I just talked about you knowing the problem statements and knowing questions to come up with. Okay, one of the category, yes, one of the category I created here is the social media category. Okay, you have a data set to help you on social media analytic reports and all. So that is the kind of analysis that help for um digital campaign and all. All right, so you can work on that. There's oil and gas data sets and all. So these data sets, I'll just finish uploading them to the drive, label them accordingly so that you know the one that is for your group. Okay, so and you work with that. Is that understood so far? So I can go ahead to show the sample of your end product, your final work. What I've communicated so far, is that understood?
to an extent, but I believe we'll still reach out to you in the case of any questions via WhatsApp.
Okay, okay, that's very well. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now. Uh, okay. All right, so let's go to the sample. So, okay, okay. Yes, this is my student's work. Um, okay, so this is an analysis on FDIC failed bank. I think I should. Okay, let me show this. So let's use the quickie company. So at the end, you're submitting two files. Okay, one is your documents. The other one, the second is your PowerPoint, your Power BI file. Okay, so your PBIX file. Now, so this was this is the case study. Okay, analysis of cookies.
Which one is right?
Come again.
The
I didn't hear
slide
what.
is.
Okay, it's not a slide.
I,
It's the Google
I
documents.
cannot see the slide you're showing.
Can you see my screen?
Okay.
Sorry, can you please expand it? It's looking a bit
I can.
tiny.
Okay. Okay. That means the second person that just spoke is seeing my screen. Now, if a moment I've overzoomed. The person that cannot see my screen,
I can
please.
see it
You
now.
can. Okay. Okay. Fine. Oh shoot. Just give me some time, Nana. Eh, okay, just a moment. Let me fix this. Uh, yes, let me use 100. Okay, so here's what we need. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, I think I'm going to open this. Let me reopen this. No. Okay, just a moment. It's coming up. It's taking the same form. Okay. Hmm. Okay. 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 Fine. I believe this is okay now, right? Just confirm if you can see it. Everybody, is it visible now?
I see it though. I
Yeah,
can see.
it's visible, but still small though.
It's small. Let me go back.
You can
You can
expand
also
from
zoom
your
from your
end
end.
now. That's it.
Yes, you can as well zoom from your end. So please expand from your end. Um,
I
now let me
cannot.
just adjust it more. Okay, so I just talked about a few things. All right. Um, the case study for this project is analysis of cookie sales using Power BI. Okay, this cookie sales analysis or analysis for a cookie company, sales and customer analysis for a cookie company. I've told you how to make your title. All right. Now, um, this is the dashboard preview. Okay, if okay, it's open here. This is the real dashboard. Okay, on Power BI. But then back to the what, so that will show you something. Now, from the data sets, that was what brought about answering these questions. Okay. One of the classes or the slide I included one of the DAX operation. Yes, I say you should do this as take home. So I don't know whether some of you practice this. Nobody asked me, even though I explained it step by step, but nobody asked me question on how to achieve this. So profit margin in percentage. Okay. I know I told you to calculate something in percentage. And one of, I think the three or the four. One of the three or the four parts. So now, these questions came up from the data sets. All right, from the data set. So total profits, total sales. There was quest for total cost price. Okay, so from this, you can easily tell whether the company is making profits or not. Within a certain period of time, you can set your slicer, okay, to make your analysis within a period of time. Okay, you want to maybe have an overview of the products that are available in stock. You can create a sample visual like this, all right, or any using table, whichever way you feel like. You have category of products, all right. What was that operation I used? I told you how to create different category of products. Okay, so you have total sales by name. This like name of the customers, all right, to know the customer that affected your revenue most. If there is like if there is something like sales rep data sets, you'll be able to, you can come up with questions like um total sales by reps. Okay, you can create that functions like that and plot visualization like that. Now, the reason should be to for you to be able to detect the sales rep that is making the most sale. All right. Now, if it is in a company that has a marketing team or so, you can use that to um, know the most active um, uh, marketer. All right, or the most profitable marketer, so that you can create a reward system as the case may be. All right, I believe you're understanding me. So basically, when you define the project, all right, the next thing is bringing out questions, all right, organizing questions that the data set should answer, having gone through the data set. Okay, then do every necessary cleaning and get down to um, answering those questions, because answering those questions now gets you to creating DAX function where necessary, creating a custom column, and as the case may be, plotting the visualization at the end of the day. All right. So is really straightforward. So if you can apply this preset I've just given you, all right, define the project or the problem statement, map out intrinsic questions your data set should be answering, okay, and then um, get down to solving the questions, because that's where you get your hands dirty, all right, and then plotting the visualization at the end of the day. Now, from this operation, you should be able to define this or what you should have in this your report analysis, okay, all right. You defining the question, the project would help you know your aim, all right, and your objective. Okay, you define the question and knowing the defining the project rather, and knowing the questions the data sets should be answering. All right, it helps you have a clear vision, so you can clearly define your objectives. All right, and then you can show me sample of things you did, and like the key things you did, tell me your methodology, and down to your visualization. You see that? So this all that I've just explained is covered in this analytic document. All right. You would see the steps. All right. After the let me go through it. Let's go through it together. Your project overview. Okay. You do the definition within your team. All right. Uh-huh. So that you be able to define once anybody sees this title, yes, we know what you want to do. Okay. Your definition come about your title. Meanwhile, I already grouped you close to your listen. What's it called? Close to your aim or your project definition. So it shouldn't be hard for you to discover. All right, you are being grouped into different categories. Okay. Not like some of the projects that they'll just give you data sets and they will just tell you to make meaning out of it. Okay, so when you upgrade to more real-time problem, that's how it works. Okay, they don't just you define what are you doing. Okay, so already the groups I created have the definition sort of, and you are already what's it called, narrowed to a category. All right, I defined some categories in the Google form: oil and gas, social media, and all. So you are narrowed to a category. Your definition is going to be clear and straightforward. I know why I made it that simple. So, but I'm also telling you what you can jam in real life so that you'll not be like, hey, my teacher did not tell me this one. Okay, so now in that case, I want you when you finish with your project, try to get some data sets. Like I said, you can do some extra stuff on your own. You can be like, what other problem can this data set solve? Okay, as the case may be. Now, that is how you upgrade. Okay, so after the project definition, you clearly state your objective. All right, we know what you want to do, and then you go ahead to maybe give an overview of your data sets. Okay, or the major columns that you should be considering your data sets. Just give an overview of your data set. Okay, and then tell us the methodology. Methodology has to do with the step-by-step process, like how you achieved um, the analysis for this project step by step. Okay, all right. This is already what we're doing: data loading and preparation. That you do your data transformation, create your DAX calculations, and plot your visuals. All right. I have You can further explain like um, my student did, telling what to use some visuals for. You get an overview so that we'll get to know what you did. All right, and then you tell us your final outcome. Okay, you tell us your outcome. You're noting this down, right? Um, okay, I will share this document with you people. I'm not sharing the Power BI file. I'll share it so you can have a look. All right, you can have a look. So this is basically what I need you to do on the report documents, and this is going to be hand in hand with your main file. Okay, it's going to be hand in hand with your main file. You can add filters to help select time frames. So your analysis can be based on duration of time, as the case may be, and make your dashboard interactive as much as you can. All right. Hmm. So I think I've answered a few questions. Is there any other thing you want me to touch a bit? Questions. If you have questions, please come up with them. Please confirm if you can hear me, everyone.
I can hear you.
I
We
can
can
hear you,
hear
sir.
you.
I would not say
Okay,
I
please
understand everything, so I will not know what questions to ask. Probably when I sit down to
come
read,
again.
then I'll know what to. I would not say
You are really breaking.
Full network.
Okay, another person. Is there any other person? You why? I think what she was trying to communicate is when she see the data set or something. So I would also, even if you have question based on what we've done already, I can permit that. Yes. Okay. Okay. I also about the slide, the last class slide that was delivered late. I'm sorry about that. Some factors caused it. I've been really busy this period. So, but um, I try my best to see how I'll pay attention to the group more. Okay. And then, like I said, let me just give an overview before we call it a day. So remember, you are to work as a team. You can make the group favorable for yourself by delegating tasks, as the case may be. Then, most importantly, yes, in the last session, I talked about having a group leader in each class. So I want everybody to, once you're joined, once you've joined, I would create a simple form for you to respond to some questions that will help me fish or appoint group leader. Okay. Yes, acting group leaders. And then if they are volunteers also, you can let me know. So because each group should have at least two coordinators. Okay. Group leader or coordinator. So each group should have at least two coordinator, and then the two-person should ensure that everything is going up for fine. Okay, so in a situation whereby one is not um available, the other should see that um the group moves on and give me reports when necessary, as the case may be. I have things that is challenging you people as a team. You can bring my knowledge to it. Yes, and I'll see to that. Okay, so I would have to even save the contact of the group leader so I would know when you're contacting me and I would pay prompt attention to the group leaders. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. The person, Victoria, the form link, I'm sharing it again. So go ahead and fill the form. Select the category you want to join. Okay, so that being said, um, that will be the end of tonight's class. So I encourage all of you to go ahead join the group you want to join, and then we click up from there. Check out on the Google Classroom, yes, for your data sets. from tonight to tomorrow. Yes. Good night, everybody.
Good night, sir. Bye.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Thank you.